Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfella, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, we're probably going to talk about this a lot tonight. Roy Jones talks about Errol Spence isn't on Crawford level and people lying and spinning it. Oh, God, you know the usual Errol Spence, dick tuggers. Also going to talk about Deontay Wilder kind of coming back doing his thing. But first, apparently, Al Haymon banned Jake Paul from the Logan Paul Floyd Mayweather fight. Let's talk about that first. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Also, if I didn't say it, we're going to talk about Wilder as well, too. I seen that joint earlier. Hold on, man. Oh, dude. You're done, mate. Alright, Al Haymon has seamlessly banned Jake Paul from attending the Floyd Mayweather Logan Paul fight June 6th. In a vlog after the brawl, Logan talked to his attorney, Lupe Valencia. I think he's the same attorney, or the same dude that Ryan Garcia used, who helped him make the fight with Al Haymon. Valencia, Al said it's cool, don't worry about it. Jake Paul just can't be there. So, Al Haymon apparently banned Jake Paul after the situation, and it is what it is. Floyd don't call the shots, Al call the shots. Like Jake said, and like I said before, I mean, it might be for the best. It might be for the best. It might just be, like you said, it might just be, for publicity, excuse me. And, then he show up on fight night to get people hype or get people to buy the pay-per-view, which I should not buy, will not buy that pay-per-view. Don't really care about it, but, I mean, Al got power. Obviously, Floyd go to how, okay, can we let Logan Paul in? Depends on what Al say. But also, that also rises up the insurance policy on the venues they're using. So, that happened, and Al Haymon want to do something else. They say, we seen the brawl, you was involved in that little situation. We're going to raise the insurance policy up $5,000, $10,000. You don't want that happening, okay? So, no matter how much money you got, you still... Wealthy man, rich man always, or wealthy man always want to be frugal. You don't want that insurance policy to go up, not just in Miami, you go up in Dallas, wherever they hold venues at. So obviously, I think that's a smart move to make for them, for the business. But they on their last leg anyway. We see if they can survive this, but. Like I said before, they always saying, they PBC fanboys don't know shit about boxing. We get money. They ain't making no money over there. Not Al, they not flipping no profits. And that's why they about to be out the game. I wonder what Al gonna do. What Al gonna do when, Showtime and Fox say no. I think he gonna slide to the zone. And that's just my opinion, man. But, I mean, cool. I mean, you don't want that taking people hats. That's little boy stuff. Only take his O in the ring in exhibitions. He 1-0 in exhibitions. So we'll see what happens, man. Obviously, man, but I really don't care. So then we have, it's your boy, the Bronze Bomber. Deontay, the Dominique Brazil. And people got mad because I made a comment on Twitter and they posted that video. I seen it via Twitter. They got mad because, make sure I got it on mute. They got mad because I said that I critiqued him. And obviously he don't care what I think, and I don't give a fuck if he cares what I think. But I critiqued him. And I said, look at Malik base and look at Wilder base. All you need to know. Type of a Twitter don't let you Twitter doesn't let you add. Okay, I don't know why. And you look at Malik base. Malik base is slightly Malik base for the most part is standard. You know, standard base allows you to. It's just like, you know, on Call of Duty, people that play Call of Duty. You know, if you put a muzzle or a suppressor on your gun, the damage goes down. You know what I'm saying? But also it benefits you because, you know, silence. People don't know where the shots come from. I play without the map, play hardcore. Okay? It's the same thing. You know, you put, you know, certain little things in your gun will make your reload slow. When you have a wide base, that means you punching for power, but you compromising leg movement. You can't be quick. With him having them base wide, that still signifies that he's still looking for one or two big shots to knock Fury out. He bring his base in. You know, even you see him on his toes. You know, he flat-footed. Look how he moving his feet. So, you know, even when he's stepping with the jab, he ain't getting enough bounce on his toes. You know? And that's a sign of a real puncher. A puncher can move and hit you. But back to the subject, if he let his base in a little bit and get stronger in the legs, it'll make him more fleet of foot. You're not gonna knock Fury out with one shot. We've seen it. Okay? You know, and they're working on the right things as well too, but that's what it is. Stepping over, throwing combination shots, getting on your toes, you just look at him, base too wide. You can't move like that how you want to move. He look tight, he look uncomfortable doing something that he usually do. You see Wilder, when he get the knockout, he looks comfortable. But he got him on his toes, doing the right thing, getting off the spot, moving back to the spot, sliding over. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you see he kind of pawing with the jab. Look at the jab he throw. He got him slipping. He got him feint with the jab. Double feint come with the jab. But when he double feint, he come with the jab. He not turning the jab over. Great jab. Boxing years, a great jab is, you know, they first start you with your foot on the wall and just throwing the technique. Throwing the jab. He throwing the jab like this. He pawing with it. You know? And it depends on the distance. But really a good jab, turn it over. It's like a push-up, like the perfect push-up, how you do it. It shows you how to throw a perfect jab. And Deontay's pawing at the jab. A better jab for Deontay is turn it over. Piston-like jab. But there's many ways. You can paw at the jab, blind him, pow, but he pawing with the jab like this. You learn to paw with the jab. You blind him with the jab. It's like so much he got to learn, man, to fuck with Fury. He should have just took the AJ deal. And they working on some of the right stuff. But extension on the jab, he get extension on the jab. While coming in, you can bring the jab from the hip. If you Roy Jones, bring it from the hip, bring it from the boom, you know. And then if he can do it, I seen him. He take the jab right, then he turn it over to a hook. Beautiful, you know. And it's just punch variation for him. The most important thing is feet on your toes. You know, step over, bring your base in. He'll be able to move a lot quicker. You know, and then also working on his inside game. What they doing? How to get on the inside? Jab it to the stomach. Get on the inside. It's just so much he got to learn to be. Fury just was the worst possible opponent for him. You know what I'm saying? Just the worst possible opponent, but, you know, he bring it back. He gets stronger in the legs, bring that base in. He going to be dangerous. Punching in bunches. You know, and some of the things he did in the Olympics, go look at this. Some of the things in the amateur Olympics he did. He was throwing punches in bunches. So, you know, some of the things he doing, whatever they did with him professionally, winding his base to make him think he the best puncher of all time. You know, just bring the base in. Get on the toes, bring it in like Malik. Think about you got a wide base, right? You wide. You gonna move slower. Do through a punch, guess what? You want to sing because your base so wide. Adrian Broner had the same problem. Bring that shit in. Get on the toes. But he been getting by pure talent, and that's beautiful. He been getting by pure talent. Think about it for a minute. He been getting by just pure athleticism. Pure natural talent. Imagine if they took him and they showed him how to throw an uppercut. They showed him how to get on the inside, let his hands go, shoot. This motherfucker don't know how to shoe shine. You know, imagine Wilder shoe shine to the body, rip up top with an uppercut. If somebody was able to give him if he was able to listen, and somebody was able to give him the basic, he'd be a bad motherfucker. You know, somebody was able to see somebody get inside like Malik doing, jab to the stomach, keep even jab to the stomach don't even mean you get on the inside. You just setting them up. Feint, Like he be doing, Malik have him go feint, right hand to the side, step over. Next time you right hand to the side, step over. Next time you feint, he did the right hand coming to the up top. Get him with the right hand, rip the body with a shoe shine, come upstairs with an uppercut. Then you just keep him off balance, feint, and then when you get on the inside, work. He try to tie you up, learn how to defend yourself like Ward, get the little body free. But Deontay Wilder put this simple shit, shoe shine. He working on all the right shit. Just bring his base in a little bit more like Malik's. You get on the inside, shoe shine, rip the uppercut. You can shoe shine, come back with the left hook, shoe shine, come back with the right hook, shoe shine, uppercut. Him, like if I tell you the biggest thing with Wilder, other than listening and all that other stuff, it's just get, to be Fury, get on the inside, like out of Wallin, rip the body. Legs got to get stronger, but rip the body. And just combination punches. Putting his punches together. Not just jab right hand, but about a hook right hand. He dropped Fury with a left hook right hand. Even Rocky Marciano overhand right. Double jab overhand right. Lead off with the overhand right. It's just, he ain't got to throw perfect punches. But think about it. Overhand right hook, uppercut, right hook to the body. It's just simple shit. Right hand to the body. It's just really basic, getting them on balance, getting them on cue. You know what I'm saying? Getting them comfortable. But, you're not going to fuck with Fury right now. It's just too much to process. You work on things one at a time. You work on his leg base. You work on his base. Get him moving in the ring. Get him sliding. You're working on his jab, right hand, double jab, right hand, triple jab, step over, triple jab, right hand, hook, right hand. You know what I'm saying? Get him right hand to the body, jab to the stomach. All these little things, it may be too late, bro. He's still young in boxing as far as years learned, but Malik doing the right thing. Malik doing absolutely the right thing. Getting him to throw the left hook to the body. Malik is a really good trainer. Look at him. Just got him doing everything the right way. Everything he need to be Fury. Left hook to the body. Slide it, get him out of there. But if you catch Fury on a bad night, he'll get him. But on Fury, focusing, doing the right thing, so be it. But I seen Tom Bennett's video about Roy Jones. And I was wondering, man, he sent me a link to Baby Mama's Boy channel. I was wondering, man, it was a blind link. I wouldn't have clicked on it. I was wondering what people was talking about. And basically what Roy said was Terrence Crawford hadn't fought. Roy Jones said that Errol Spence hadn't fought nobody to make him believe he the real deal. He didn't say nothing about pound for pound. I heard that clip. And people getting mad. Roy just hating. And that's what emotional dudes. People, you see a few people, he's hating. No, he not. Earl ain't never been in a 50-50 fight. 50-50 fight. Crawford been in 50-50 fights. Victor Postal. Gamble Booster won 50-50. Postal was the meanest thing. All the media was picking Postal until Crawford was just dominating. That's a 50-50 fight. Gamble was a 50-50 fight. I thought Jeff Horn was going to give him a run. I thought Felix Diaz would give him a run for his money. So, he been in competitive fights with good fighters. Felix Diaz was never the same. He was never the same fighter. So, he been in those fights. Errol Spence been in, on paper, Errol Spence been in none of those fights. In reality, he been in the 50-50 fight with Sean. And Sean was a good fight to test his will. And most definitely, he one of the better fighters that I've seen in the world. Definitely. The fourth fighter I've seen better. Where I say Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, I say Errol Spence 3. Honestly, I say Errol Spence 3. Real shit. I just can't put a Nuyuwa over him because a Nuyuwa basically had a tough fight with Donaire. He struggled with an old man. You know what I'm saying? You don't rank heavyweights, which idiots don't understand that. And a lot of these dudes ain't really been active enough. Really, Canelo, Crawford, Errol Spence, 3 best fighters in the world that I see. Teofimo Lopez, he getting up there. Oscar Valdez, maybe he deserve a spot. Maybe with Estrada kind of having a questionable win, but maybe it's time to give Joe Ray Casamora a spot. Honestly, it's not a lot of guys that I really see when I say pound for pound. That just make me say, oh shit, damn. Taylor, Ramirez, I think both of them should be. Well, Josh Taylor should be on there until Ramirez beat him, if he beat him. Just guys like that. Jermell Charlo, So I probably would say, because you don't rank heavyweights, Crawford, Canelo, Errol, Jamil, Anuyuwa, 5. That's why 5, and I probably would go. Maybe I just do this today, tomorrow. Better BF is in there. Estrada kind of fall off because his questionable win, but you gotta say it's a win. So Teofimo Lopez in there. Oscar Valdez might slide in there. It's interesting, but at the end of the day, I see what Roy's saying. It's just to the point where he's seeing Crawford on HBO in fights. Maybe because Crawford came from the bottom. He see a lot of fights that he thought Crawford wouldn't win. British Prescott. The Ricky Burns fight was pretty tough going overseas. So you see, Crawford is more battle tested. Is what he's trying to see. Errol Spence ain't really battle tested. You know, people say, oh, he is, but he not. Crawford been around. You know, from the underdog fighting a lot of tough guys. You never said Errol gonna be in a 50-50 fight. When you say, oh, this fight he can lose this fight. Sean Porter was an in-shape street fighter, and maybe Nervetes be on there too. Sean Porter said he an in-shape street fighter. He struggled with Sean the whole fight. But Sean consistently came up short like he did in Errol Spence. So where's the fight? Where's the Gamboa, the Victor Postal fight, the British Prescott fight? Nobody ever thought in their right mind Earl to lose the fight. So I understand what he's saying. But you know, first thing they want to say is Roy Hayden. Roy is the greatest fighter I've seen in my lifetime. In my lifetime, Roy is it. You know, I'm gonna agree with Roy because I have my own opinion. But like I said, people gonna cry and Roy Hayden, fuck Errol Spence, drunk ass, you know, scared to fight Terrence Crawford ass. But you know, when does it become cool to go with the fighter that's holding up the fight? You know, but like I said before, when I was growing up, imagine a motherfucker wearing a satchel or a fanny pack or wearing a purse across his chest. It wasn't cool. Versus somebody coming in with some tight ass jabots. It wouldn't been cool. Dressing like women and shit. Dancing and kissing other men. It's never been cool. So everything that used to be cool back in the day is frowned upon now. So, like I said, I agree with Roy. He never been in a fight where he said, oh, even Ugas. Come on. Did we even think he was going to use the Ugas? No. You know, he got hype over the beating up Floyd Mayweather, coming fresh out of jail. First day out. But like I said before, I mean, and then again, why would you when you got fans condemning what you're doing? When fans are saying it's okay. It's okay. It's okay what you're doing. You know, if you tell a kid he kept, keep doing, keep hitting somebody, it's okay, you correct it. He gonna think it's good, but these fight fans today, I ain't see these niggas 20 years ago. I won't say 20 years ago, but I'm gonna say I see these dudes 10 years ago, 15 years ago on Facebook. You know, these dudes don't know shit about boxing. It's just a dick pulling contest. When Sean Porter was getting in that ass like a wedgie, it was Earl underestimated him, or Earl was weight drained, or whatever it is, man. And that's what it was. But honestly, I think Earl's a tremendous fighter. Just he's a good fighter. But his fans make and the shit that he say make it hard for you to. I can't root for that. I don't stand for that. When I was growing up watching boxing, I didn't really have too many hold-ups. Maybe Riddick Bowe, but he still fought Evander. You know what I'm saying? Still fought Galati, still fought guys. You didn't have that from Holyfield. You didn't have that from Mike Tyson. He fought who you wanted to fight, even though if he lost, he lost. Some of the fighters grew up on James Toney. He made excuses about the weight. Well, they made excuses for him about the weight. Going to Burger King, Roy Jones and Julian Jackson would lose and come back. Tory Norris would lose and come back. Jerome McClendon, unfortunately, but one of my favorite fighters to watch, nasty. Only people that was doing that shit that they doing now was the Englishmen. Like Chris Eubank Sr., but Nigel Benn fought Jerome McClendon. You gotta give it to him. And somebody that people say Roy didn't want to fight. You look at Michael Moore, Michael Spinks. And Moore, Archie Moore. Those would be, I think, the 1, 2, 3 of the greatest light heavyweights I can think of. I think Michael Spinks might be the best. Thomas Adamick, Chad Dawson. Jesus, Thomas Adamick moved up and whooped on Chris Arreola on HBO. HBO was a showcase of talent. It wasn't a showcase of fights. Only when they started showcasing fights when Andre Berto come around. No disrespect, but that's when when Al Haymon started coming around, that's when they showcase fights. Al Haymon left and they tried to turn it into a European show. But ultimately, when I was growing up, I got every fight I wanted to see for the most part. Alexander fought Bradley. All the motherfuckers fought each other. Ortiz fought Lamont Peterson. Uriah Urango fought Devin Alexander fought Nick, Lucas Smith. On no sides of the street with Gary Shaw and Don King were still around. Hell no. It was some robberies, it's the with Brandon Rios, some robberies. But boxing was so good in the early 2010s on back. Paul Williams, Kermit Cintron, he fell out the ring. It was so good that even the fights that you didn't see coming, you didn't get, but you had other fights that was great. Like Floyd didn't want to fight the field at 47. Clottey, Margarito, Paul Williams, It still was good. You still have Margarito, fighting Paul Williams. Margarito unfortunately did fight Miguel Cotto, allegedly with those gloves. You still had great fights. Even without belts, it was great contender fights. Carlos Catano, he had beat Paul Williams. Paul Williams come back and beat him. He gave him the rematch. Winky Wright was hanging around there a little bit before that. Most of my horror fights was some of my boxing heroes losing like Bernard Hopkins. When he lost Jermaine Taylor, that was some bullshit. But also, Winky Wright, loved Winky Wright, and I thought Winky Wright beat Bernard and was on the end of a bad decision. That's when boxing was still cracking, still popping. Bernard moving up to beat Antonio Tarver. I remember, even though Bernard started off at 68 for one fight, he had this, I forget the dude, Mackie something was the dude that helped him physically move up and get ready to beat Antonio Tarver. I remember watching the documentaries and, dude, it was just, boxing was, I would literally stop my weekend, and watch this shit. And by the time I was kind of in school, when Hannibal Floyd and Manny Pacquiao, we would argue about that. Me and my boy, he was from New Mexico. No, matter of fact, he went to New Mexico State. I can't remember school. He was from El Paso. We would be in this car arguing about it in school. And that was, 2008, 9? You talking about it took 4, 5, 6 years for that fight to happen now, to that point? And that's when boxing started to turn for the worse. Mayweather and Pacquiao. Wherever you feel like you're putting the blame on, it was them. When they put the blame on Bob, it was just like that. Fights that we didn't get was like Gamboa versus Juan Lopez because of Bob Arum. They tried to make Gamboa look bad versus Rios. Rios didn't give, Ricardo Abreu a rematch. I think it might have been, it was a lot of fights. It was a lot of fights, man. And Pacquiao, and Floyd Mayweather was the worst turning point for boxing. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. All the links in the description. Facebook group link there as well too. If you want to advertise your business on the channel, video request, chop it up. Links there. Facebook group link there as well too. Or group link, excuse me, Facebook group link. If you want to check that out, join the group. You want to make a financial donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Best way to donate, share the video. Appreciate the love, support. One time. Peace.
Belief about
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't looking at
right?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.